Start off with a bang. It's cut down day. Texans already making moves, and we got some breaking news because the Texans have cut some big names that, quite frankly, last year's run wouldn't have been possible without these guys. The quality of player around here has increased significantly, and you're seeing this roster improve. We've thrown these guys out as possibilities, and yesterday I kind of started seeing the light on one of them. But let's just get into the three big moves that the Texans have made as we approach cut down day. And by the way, as soon as the 53 is set, I will be simulcasting with Cody Stoots. So you can check that out here in the locker room. Number one source for Texans digital content. Swarm the like button, subscribe, like, ride along. Let's start with Noah Brown. Noah Brown last year had a 3-week stretch where he performed as well as any other receiver in the NFL. And quite frankly, the Texans don't go as far as they did last year without the contributions of Noah Brown. However, we've seen young guys develop like John Mechie and Xavier Hutchinson. We've seen guys like Stefon Diggs brought in. We've seen Tank Dell. We've seen Nico Collins. So it's a very competitive position. If injuries were not a concern with Noah Brown, I think he's on this football team. But you look at Robert Woods. Maybe Noah Brown's more effective than Robert Woods when he's on the field. But when you come off a season where you miss damn near half the games and then right off the start at camp, you're banged up, you can't really rely on that. So the Noah Brown cut, what it means is, first of all, the quality of player is getting better at the receiver position. They probably don't trust him to stay healthy. And it means that Robert Woods right now is in pretty good position to make this squad as the sixth receiver, along with the big three, Mechie, Hutchinson, and then Woods. And they also released Skoranek, so that kind of increases that. So that's basically what that means with Noah Brown. Hell of a year last year, not possible without him, but just can't really rely on him. And quite frankly, Xavier Hutchinson can develop into that type of receiver. So there you go. Yesterday, I asked D'Amico Ryans about the fullback position. And I started thinking, okay, Andrew Beck hasn't done anything. Are we sure we just want to give him a spot on the 53-man roster? Like, can you elevate guys from the practice squad to play fullback? Can you ask tight ends to do fullback things? And I'll be damned, Andrew Beck cut today. Another guy. Probably don't do what you did last year without Andrew Beck. We all remember the flukish kick return against the Jags, had the big touchdown against the Indianapolis Colts in Week 18. Inconsistent when it comes to blocking, and another guy who was just kind of banged up. What this means is it might open up with the new rules a spot for Case Keenum where you keep 3 quarterbacks. Also could mean that perhaps one of these fullbacks, whether it's British Brooks development, some of the other guys, they're on the practice squad and they get elevated every once in a while, and they might feel comfortable with Cade Stover doing these types of things. But I don't think this team needs a fullback. I don't think they're fullback dependent. So the Andrew Beck thing, it opens up possibility. It opens up roster flexibility, and it's probably a pretty good thing for Case Keenum. Then Desmond King, remix. We saw this last year. Desmond King cut, kind of a surprise. This year, not much of a surprise. The cornerback situation, very uncertain. They also released C.J. Henderson. I think they're going to be looking for cornerbacks off of other rosters in the streets. But Desmond King, another guy. Last year, you brought him back, solid contribution. Just kind of became apparent that they did not want to bring back Des King. So that means you're going to be very active in trying to find other corners. I think it means that they're going to obviously count on Okudah. I think Miles Bryant perhaps will be on the roster as well. Also released by the Texans, you have Ben Skoranek. Really no surprise there. And then C.J. Henderson, who could not stay healthy. So 3 big cuts to start things off. The quality of player has obviously increased. Noah Brown, crowded position, just couldn't stay on the field. Andrew Beck, don't know that this team really needs a fullback. If they find an elite one, maybe, but they don't just need a fullback. They can function without one. D'Amico Ryans said as much yesterday. Today, the final 53 will be set. There'll be a simulcast with myself and Cody Stoots. You don't want to miss that. So subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Cody's. You're going to get a simulcast, perfect coverage, and it's going to be really, really fun. And always remember, when it comes to this Texan stuff, we're all in it together. Be sure to subscribe, like, ride along, swarm that like button and enjoy this process, because things are getting better around here, and the Texans have started it off with a bang.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the Locker Room on YouTube. You know what it is. Let's get it.